Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live after the Cleveland Cavaliers holding off the Brooklyn Nets' furious comeback attempt on this Friday evening. A much higher scoring game than we would have expected at the tail end. A 131-124 win for the Cavs gets them their first win of 2025. 2026, of course, the loss against the Knicks just 2 nights ago. They bounce back, still on the road here, and hold it down against the Nets. Something they certainly needed. I mean, honestly, it seemed like this was going to be a blowout. There wouldn't be much to write home about. Cleveland was ahead 108-86 at the end of the third quarter, and then all of a sudden the Nets were down by 4, and they had the ball, and then it was 2, and then it was 1. And a game, again, that probably should have been won handily was, honestly, a win is a win, but they had to scrap and claw. I mean, you look at some of the numbers for the Nets. Cam Thomas, 33 and 9 assists. Michael Porter, 31 points on 13 of 22. Claxton, 10, 9, and 4. Zaire Williams made 6 threes off the bench. Big night for the rookie, Igor Daomen, who had a couple threes late and in the second half. And it didn't feel like a game you're going to have to drag out. But again, it became a game that you had to drag out. And again, a win is a win. But you look at some of those stat lines for the Nets, a lot of that production in the fourth quarter. I guess credit to Cam Thomas, who's figured out how to pass the ball a bit better than he was previously. Cam Thomas has, of course, always been known as a scorer. But, again, this wasn't an exciting game by certain standards. There was never that stretch where it's like, all right, Cavalanche. We still haven't really had a true Cavalanche through 2 games of the season. And some of the big takeaways are that, well, they certainly missed DeAndre Hunter once again. You look at some of the minutes. Tyrese Proctor, scoreless, minus 11 in his time. Donovan was a plus 22. Jared Allen was a plus 24. Another surprise, Evan Mobley got going very early and didn't do much after. He was 5 for 12 with 13, 8, and 5. Did have 2 blocks. Was a minus 8. When you're playing a team like the Nets, you really want to get Evan Mobley involved. They did have a size advantage, but he struggled to get things going. And honestly, it's not troublesome because it's the second game of the season, and we saw what he did in the first game, though he had that bad 3. But you want to see Evan Mobley get going against these types of teams. And in games like that, it's got to be Mobley that comes through. Donovan Mitchell's right-hand man tonight was Sam Money Merrill, who knocked in 6 big threes. He was just letting it rip all game long. He certainly is looking really sharp. Sam Merrill, through the first 2 games of the season, has knocked in 11 3-point baskets. 5 for 10 in the first, 6 for 10 in the second. That means he's shooting 55% with 11 hits to start the year. Was it on anyone's bingo card that Sam Merrill would shoot it like a Mark Price, like a CJ Miles, a J.R. Smith, a Kyle Korver? Maybe. He got the extension. He got his confidence up. And my, oh my, Sam has been in the lab. He's been cooking hard. And honestly, this is what you want when Garland is out and Strus is out and then Hunter is out. Someone has to come in and someone needs to make the shots. And Sam Merrill hit them early, hit 4 big free throws down the stretch to help wrap up the win. And honestly, that's all you can ask for is that Sam Merrill comes through. And somebody had to. And he was able to make it happen. Sam Merrill, longest tenured Utah State player in the NBA. Second longest ever. Actually, the longest tenured Utah State player in the NBA. He's got 1 year on Neemias Queta of the Boston Celtics. They're 0-2. They lost to the Knicks tonight. those into the Sixers the other day. But getting back to it, on Donovan Mitchell, 35 points in 35 minutes. He hit, again, more big shots, some big threes, some free throws late. Plus 22 net rating, a little troublesome, how much they struggled in his absence. He's continuing to perform. 15 shots for 35 points. He wasn't trying to do too much. He was getting where he wanted to go, and the Nets weren't able to do much to stop him from doing that, which remains what you love for your top guy on the offensive end. Lonzo Ball is going to have to make some shots eventually. Was 0 for 4 tonight, but had 2 steals, 2 boards, picked up 8 assists. Does a really nice job of pushing tempo when he's out there. So that's certainly a big positive. Larry Nance, 9 points, 3 boards. Didn't hit any threes. Threw down that dunk in the fourth quarter. A couple other buckets for Larry in close. You got Craig Porter, who got benched, did not play the second half against the Knicks. 14 points in 14 minutes. Maybe want to see him a little more as the game started to get away late. Jalen Tyson only took 4 shots. He made 3 of them. 2 of them were threes. 8 points, 4 boards in his 23 minutes. Picked up 3 steals. Again, when you look back at this game, if it went how it did over the first 3 quarters, we'd have some positives to take away. It was not an overly exciting game. They were hitting their shots. They were getting some stops. They were causing Brooklyn to turn the basketball over a whole lot, 19 times on the day. But then Dayoman, Zaire Williams got hot late and allowed them to stay in it. Nets winning on the offensive glass 10-8. That's certainly something you want to get addressed. You're playing a much smaller team than you did in the Knicks, and you still couldn't win on the offensive glass. So something for them to work on, to continue to press on. But at the end of the day, we look back at this recap and said the Cavs got the win. Michael Porter and Cam Thomas had some massive nights, but ultimately Cleveland does come out on top. So that's it. It's a short recap. We're going to get more exciting as the year goes on. The Cavs do beat the Nets. They get their first win. We'll see you Sunday night. Cleveland and Milwaukee. We'll talk then. Adios. This is Across the Cavs, by the way. If you didn't catch the memo, logo in the corner, name on the bottom. Across the Cavs on Network 216. We will see you